So this is an in-depth class on Blackmagic camera app. Okay, I'm going to bring in my light. So let me go to the settings. If I go to the settings from the record, I'm seeing codec, resolution, color space, timecode, display, blah blah this, blah blah that. Let me start with the codec. Let me explain these two codecs. That is H.264 and H.265, which is the HEVC. The HEVC is not widely used because it is not compatible with most media players. Okay, the one that is more compatible is the H.264. These are all codecs. What they do is, if I use this H.264, it means my file size will be bigger. Let me say I record maybe something like 1 hour video, and that 1 hour video is 1.5 gig. I'm taking for example, that 1.5 gig is a big file, but if I record it in HEVC, which is H.265, I'm not going to get that big file. I might finally be getting something like maybe let's say 400 MB or 300 MB instead of the 1.5 gig that I'm supposed to get. Okay, now coming to the bit rate, it is advisable for you to choose the highest bit rate in your camera app. Now let me go back to the resolution. If your phone is able to record 8K resolution, it will appear here. So here I have HD, which is the 1080p. I have the 2K, I have the 3K, I have the 4K, and I have the 8K. Now, coming to the aspect ratio, okay, it now have open gate 4:3 ratio. Okay, this open gate, before I come over to the open gate, let me explain the resolutions. Normally, you know that you will choose 4K. It's better to record in 4K. Everyone else records in 4K. It's hard for you to see people record in 8K, except maybe a big project or movie project like that that decides to record in 8K for some certain reasons. But it's not advisable shooting 8K with phones, with mobile phones. Okay, I don't even like the output or the result of whatever I'm going to get from it. So normally shoot at 4K. Now let me move straight to the aspect ratio that I wanted to talk about. The open gate is a kind of like aspect ratio that you can shoot in, and it allows for a cropping or for resizing for different social media platforms. Like if you shoot in open gate 4:3 ratio, it means you can resize to you can resize it for a YouTube video. We are all looking at resolution. Okay, this open gate is looking at resolution. If you look at it, you can see that the resolution is 4,000 times 3,000. That is 4,000 by 3,000. And our normal 16:9, which is the one used for YouTube videos, that is YouTube landscape video, most importantly or especially, is 4,000 by 2,252. So you can see that even if we rescale for the YouTube videos, you can see that our height here, which is 2,252, is not bigger than 3,000, meaning we are not kind of like going beyond the resolution that we have. All informations are still retained, and we are not losing resolution because we are simply scaling down with the maximum information that we have, which is coming from the open gate. And this open gate allows your camera, it opens the full aperture of your camera, as we are, because this app is for mobile phones. Okay, so it shoots at full aperture of your camera. That is, your lens is in full mode, not cropped. Okay, now we have the 16:9, which is 4,200 and 4,000 by 2,252, And we have another one which is UHD, and that's the one I shoot in. Is the one of the 4K resolution, which is 3840 by 2160. Okay. Now we have 1:1. Let me not go ahead explaining all these things. There are different resolutions for or aspect ratio, different aspect ratio for different social media platforms. I'll still come back to how do you shoot for TikTok or all those vertical content, okay, if you don't want to use the open gate, okay. If you shoot in open gate, you can convert your video to TikTok video, you can convert your video to YouTube video, you can convert to any social media format that you want, okay. Now let me go back to color space. Now, this my phone doesn't have log function. That is why there is no log here. Okay, I can't shoot in log. The only color space I can shoot in is Rec 709. I won't go ahead explaining what color space is. There is a lot of videos on YouTube that explains color space. Okay, but what I will tell you is that if you are using iPhone, you will have a lot of color space here. Our color space says Rec 709. The next feature here, timecode display. The timecode display is how do you want your recording to show? How do you want what is showing you that yes, you have started recording your video? How do you want it to show? Do you want it to be showing the time of the day, TOD, or do you want it to show the record run, which is the timing of the recording, so that you can see whether you have recorded up to 8 minutes video or 8 seconds video. You can leave every other setting the way they are here. Let me go to the camera. Now, very important. If you want to shoot a vertical video, what is vertical video? Your TikTok video resolutions and the rest of them. Those videos that are 9:16 in aspect ratio, you can enable vertical video mode. Once you enable vertical video mode and you come to your camera, you can see now, this is what we have. This is my camera now, but it's still in this mode because I have auto rotate turned on. If I rotate my phone in vertical mode, so you can see my phone now, it's in vertical mode. I have something that is on here. That is why it doesn't want to turn. So you can see this. There is a place, there is something I locked. You can see lock current orientation. So because I'm going to unlock this so that it can turn, you can see that it have flipped. Okay, so that's the problem I was having. Now let me put my camera back the way it's supposed to look. I'm going to put it in auto rotate so that you can come back to portrait. I go to the camera, you can see that it's now in vertical mode. Anything I'm shooting is going to appear like this. If I now want a full, like I want my camera preview to occupy the whole of this screen, I'm just going to go to the settings, go to the camera and say enable vertical video. If I come to camera, you can see full screen. I see that it's now in full screen. Now, let me turn it off again because we're still doing our tutorial and I'm not using vertical video, okay? Let me show you. If we turn it again now to the way it's supposed to be, because we have enabled auto rotate, we want to record landscape video, that's why. We'll now go to this. I can see if I record anything now, it is not going to record this video in landscape mode. It is not going to record this video in landscape mode. If I record finish and bring it to my editor, it's going to look as if it was rotated. So I'm going to re-rotate and rescale for it to fit into the aspect ratio of 16:9, which is the most used landscape aspect ratio. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to the settings. When I go to the settings, I'm going to disable this enable vertical video. So the next thing I usually used to do is lock current resolution, turn off the auto rotate. So the landscape is now locked. Trigger record indicator, I did not put anything there. So what does it mean? That whenever you hit record, what do you want the phone to do to show you that it is now recording. You can choose beeper. It will make a beeper sound for you to know that it has started recording when you hit the record button. Or you can choose beeper and flash to show you that it has started recording when you hit the record button. I usually leave it at none because I don't need it. Use volume button to trigger record. I'm not using the volume button to trigger record, but I just left it like that. Lock white balance on record. Very, very important. Make sure you click it. While recording, swipe right to dim screen. I turn this up. Shutter measurement is always advisable to use the shutter angle instead of the shutter speed. One of the reasons is that you don't need to do too much calculation. We already know that 24 FPS you shoot with shutter measurement of shutter speed of 1 over 48. For 25 FPS you shoot with 1 over 50. So instead of doing all those calculations, you leave it as a shutter angle because most 24 FPS, 30 FPS, they are shot using 180 degrees angle so that you can only be changing the FPS and not changing the FPS and also changing the shutter measurement. That is one of the reasons why I know we are using shutter angle. And I think from the pros, they said shutter angle gives more cinematic video than shutter speed. Flicker free measurement, you can experiment and know, but I just left my own in auto. Lens correction is already selected. Reduce noise. I used to see some people disabling this feature and also disabling increased sharpening, but so far I like the video I'm getting when both of them are on, so I just left it that way. Other things here are you should just leave them the way they are. This anamorphic squeeze is if you are using any anamorphic squeeze lens, you come here and select the lens measurement of that anamorphic squeeze lens that you attached to your phone camera. Flip image for SLR lens is off. Lock current resolution, which is something once you have achieved the whether you want to shoot landscape or you want to shoot portrait. Once you have achieved what you want to shoot, that is the mode in which you want to shoot, please make sure you click lock current orientation. Now, mirror front facing camera. I want to say something. For the mirror front facing camera, if you did not turn this feature on, if you click the front facing camera, it will not function. So let me go to the audio. So I have a Bluetooth mic plugged into my phone right now. If I go to the mic option, you can see the mic I'm using now is this USB composite device. It's a Bluetooth USB connected mic actually. So my phone have phone microphone, default, none. If you added or attached any external microphone to your phone while recording, it's going to appear here. Then you select it. Okay. Now, phone microphone auto. If you put it in auto, it's going to use its hand to select which microphone to use. Now, most phones have two microphones. When you answer call, that front camera region has a microphone there in some phones, and also the speaker side, that is the charging port area of your phone, also have another microphone. So that is why you are having phone microphone 1, phone microphone 2. But I left it in auto. Where I select my mic is by going to the audio source and selecting the particular mic that I want to use. Now, record audio as you always want to leave it in stereo so that you can have audios playing at both the left and right channels. This one says sample rate. Normally, I do record my audio in 48 kilohertz, which is recommended. You can still choose to record in 44.1 kilohertz. Now, let me move to the next one, which is audio metering. Now, for the audio metering, if you use, it's just for monitoring your audio. Now, let me show you. Let me go back to my camera. You can see this particular thing over here that has green, yellow, and a red bar that is moving. You can see anytime I'm talking, the red bar is the audio monitor device. So if I click on it, it's going to come up here. You can see the audio gain. With this, I can control how much audio comes in here. The main idea of this is you should keep increasing the audio gain till the audio is not touching the red channel or the red area. If I increase the audio gain, you can see that it's now clipping, it's entering the red zone to show you that my audio is peaking. So I have to keep talking and reducing it till I start getting audio that is not touching the red zone. So you can see that it's not touching the red zone. So at 30% is okay for me. Let me move back to the setting. Advisable or recommended parameter that you should use to monitor your audio is BPM in bracket minus 20 dBFS. Audio monitor, you can turn it on. So what is audio monitoring? If you plug something or you are connected to another device that you are using to do a kind of like playback of your audio to monitor how your audio is, that is when this feature comes in. But here you can see is on default because there is no external audio monitor or output device this phone is connected to. Okay, so I'm just going to turn it off. So this is my setting for the audio part. Let's go to the monitor. I usually turn on my focus assist and I put it in colored line. You can put your own in picking. If I put it in colored lines, it's using the red line. I changed my focus assist to red line. Now I'm going to still show you what the focus assist does. Okay, I'm going to show you what it does and why I put it in red line. Or when it comes, I'm going to show you this is the red line and it's showing me the focus assist. What is focus assist? It's helping you to know which part of your video or which area of your video is your focus centered on or you are focused on. Now, the focus assist that is here, colored line or picking, is a kind of like giving you line. It works together with the focus assist color. This one is just giving it the color. This is the focus assist itself. Now, guides opacity 25%. What is guides? When we have all those grids and the rest of them, like things showing you what you are doing so that you will know, yes, this is what I'm doing, this is what I should be getting in my video. That guide assist, the opacity is what is here. You can change it to any opacity that you want. So I usually leave my settings in all these formats. Okay, HDMI out, mirror display, all these things, blah blah blah. I turn these things on, display audio meters on, display histogram on to get your colors, to get your color information, display storage status to know when you are running out of storage so that you can be able to manage your storage and your video. Display stream status. I want to tell you that you can stream from this app. You can stream to your YouTube, Facebook, and other social media channels or social media platforms. Display upload status to show you upload. You can upload directly to Blackmagic Cloud if you have an account there. Display battery indicator. I usually turn this on to know when my battery is low. All right, let me go to the live stream. And then for the live stream, you need to log into your Blackmagic Cloud to be able to use your live stream. You can see I cannot turn the live stream on. If you want to, that is, you want to live stream to Blackmagic Cloud though. But here we have YouTube, Twitch, Vimeo. So these are the only ones that are here. If let me go to the media, record proxy, they said we should not be putting record proxy on. Upload clips, proxies only. We should not be putting them on originals and proxy, that we should just turn off this. But I don't know. I left it on and I don't see any bad effect I'm getting in my video. So here I have live sync and the rest of them. Auto upload to selected object. I turned it on. Save clips to gallery. That's where I choose. I choose to save it to gallery so I can be able to access it quickly. Quickly. Okay, so coming here, it says save location data to clip. No, I did not input it. File name convention. How do you want your file to be named? So I used Blackmagic camera. So my file will be named Blackmagic camera. See this, oh, for this, that slash C01 and the rest of it. So I prefer it that way. All right. So let me go to the function button. In the function button, there is three dot icon that is appearing here. All right. Let me turn off. You can see three dot icon by your left. I can see another three dot icon by your right. If I click on the one down here, you can see F1, F2, F3. So it's just a shortcut button that you can assign to them in this function button. If you choose none, you can see preset. You can assign preset there. You can assign to toggle on something, but I don't use them, so that's why I did not input anything there. Now coming to the LUTs. Okay, now the current Blackmagic camera has 10 inbuilt LUTs. You can see them, and all of them are turned on. If you want to import new LUT, you can click import LUT and you go to your files, select any LUT. When you select it, you click OK. It's going to import it to here. When it imports it to here, it's going to turn it on too. So you can see enable Blackmagic LUTs. All of them were enabled, meaning I'm going to be seeing them in my camera preview. If and select the one that I want, they'll just appear there like a FET. Okay. In the LUT manager, manager, you can see import LUT, export LUT, remove LUT, and the rest of them. These are inbuilt LUT. That is why you cannot remove them. But if you import a LUT by yourself and you want to remove it, you can select that LUT and click remove LUT. Now go to preset. So I have a preset I imputed here, non-flickering Blackmagic 169 settings. Now this preset, I made changes, that is settings, to my camera, to my Blackmagic camera app. So I saved it as a preset so that anytime maybe I start having issue in my Blackmagic camera app, I can just come here and select this and it will reset my whole Blackmagic camera app settings. How to add preset is when you have finished customizing your Blackmagic camera app, you come to preset, then click save new preset to save that current settings that you have. When you click it, it's going to ask you to name it. You name it to whatever you want and click save. It's going to appear here. Accessories. When we come to accessories, we have use Bluetooth. Now, when I come to this use Bluetooth means if you click on it, allow device, is going to turn it on and you connect any external Bluetooth device that you want to connect to your Magic camera app here. You connect it here. Now remote camera control. This particular one is when you want to record. As I'm recording now, you are seeing what is on my screen. If I'm in front of my back camera, I will not know what is happening here because I'm at the back. You get? So to know what is happening here and to be able to control the settings, this is when you have only you shooting a video and nobody is holding the camera for you. Maybe the camera is on tripod and you want to know what is in that camera, what you are shooting. You want to know if you are moving out of frame. You want to get if your colors are good. You want to know if you are in proper focus. You want to know if you are overexposed or underexposed. You now get a remote camera control. What is remote camera control? You can use another phone as remote camera control. What do you have to do? You have to get a phone that can run Blackmagic camera app. That is another phone that can run Blackmagic camera app and use it as your remote control. There is tons of video on how to connect this remote camera to another phone, how to use another phone as remote camera for your Blackmagic camera app. So you can go and search it on YouTube. So I think there is no other settings to talk about here, and we are done with this.